Hey everybody, welcome to Signals from the Frontline, your every Wednesday live cast here on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, all the tubes and channels. All of them.
All of them. Every single one.
Even the boob tube if you're streaming it on your TV.
There you go.
Do kids even know what the boob tube is anymore?
Probably not.
Do you, Pablo, do you know that reference? You seriously don't? Oh my gosh, I am old. Holy cow. Besides antiquated jokes, we also talk about gaming, and of course, the show is brought to you by frontlinegaming.org, where you can get your tabletop gaming goodies at a discount. You can also check out our blog. We have daily updates, all kinds of fun stuff, videos, articles, stuffs, things, and chinguses.
Well said.
Thank you.
Well said.
I'm your host, Reece. With me is Frankie, and manning our young Jamie, Pablo the Rhino.
Boom.
Tell me you got that reference.
I actually didn't get that one. I don't know what
Do
you're
you
saying.
You don't listen to Joe Rogan?
Oh, I do.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
His producer,
Not
they
always.
call him Young Jamie.
Got it.
So anyway, thanks for joining us. We hope you're going to enjoy the show. And for those of you joining us not live, if you're listening to us on the podcast channels or watching us on YouTube, please like, subscribe, give us a thumbs up, leave us a comment telling us that we're handsome and funny. It's good for our self-esteem.
Mainly
we really
handsome.
appreciate it. Just lie. You don't have to tell the
Yeah.
truth.
Yeah. No, truth is overrated.
So exciting news. According to Pod Tracker, which we
Ooh.
just gave him a little plug.
There you go.
According to Pod Tracker, we are, wait for it, this might be the proudest moment of my life. The Frontline Gaming Podcast Network is #1 in games in Iceland and Finland.
Yeah, I remember your parents told me a story that was one of your dreams when you were a little kid.
Yes.
To be #1 podcast in Iceland.
When I was in kindergarten, I was like, Mom, Dad, there's this thing coming called podcasts. And there's a game I'm going to play called 40K. My dream is to be #1 in Iceland.
And your parents were very supportive.
Yeah.
From the very beginning.
It's a proud moment. Dude, we're also #2 in Malaysia and Italy.
Woo!
So to the tens of people in those countries listening to us, thank you.
You're welcome.
It's a proud day.
You're welcome.
Dude, we're also #4 in the leisure category in Iceland.
Ooh, I like it.
I think that says a lot.
We're fancy.
I think that says less about the quality of our podcast network and more about the limited options for things to do in Iceland.
They're like, I guess I'll watch them. I don't know.
But jokes aside, I am actually super proud of that. That's really cool. And the last time we checked, we were #4 in North America in the gaming category, which that's actually exciting. Well, I'm sorry.
It's all exciting.
I'm sorry. That's really exciting to be #1 in Iceland and Finland too. Like genuinely, it's exciting. But North America is obviously a much bigger place. So pretty cool. Thank you to everybody for listening. We really, really appreciate it. It's exciting to make progress.
Yeah,
It's really
definitely.
cool. And of course, on the Frontline Gaming Podcast Network, you can listen to the sweet and sultry tones of the Rhino on his very own podcast, Chapter Tactics, which he always likes to remind us is the #1 podcast on the channel.
He's steering the ship.
Downloads matched only by the ego or the Rhino's ego. 40K Stat Center sometimes makes an appearance. Oh, those Canucks.
Every once in a while.
And then we have the people that actually know how to play the game, which is the Art of War and the Art of War Down Under.
Woo!
40K Stat Center did hang it up. Kind of sad.
Aw.
Kind of sad. A daily 40K podcast is a tough thing to commit to, though. So
Yes.
can kind of get that. All right. So anyway, enough chewing the fat. Why don't we jump in and start talking about what happened in the last week in the Warhammer hobby? Because that's what y'all are here for. And of course, there was quite a few tournaments this past weekend. So that's exciting because it actually gives us things to talk about that are relevant.
Woo!
So this week's pre-order was Blood Bowl 2nd season, which is very exciting for some of you. And despite the really crushing allocations that GW has put in place, we actually have a couple of the Blood Bowl 2nd season box sets left. I think we have 3 left. So if you did want to grab one, please do. Those will ship out within a day, 1 or 2 business days. And we're happy to get those to you. And it's cool that we actually have some left.
Yeah, it's a really cool looking box set. The models are amazing.
Yeah, all the new models from Games Workshop are just ridiculous.
Yeah.
They're so ridiculously good. So that's up for pre-order. Next week, hold on to your hats. If you're standing up, you might want to sit down. If you've got socks on, prepare for them to be blown off.
Here we go.
Next week's pre-order is a reboxing of old Lord of the Rings models.
Yes, from the GWD team, Sculptors. Enjoy.
From the GW sculpting intern team.
Yes. The kids they found in college that were taking a pottery class. They're like, hey, do you think you could sculpt a model? They're like, I'll give it a go.
Guy looks up, he's severely cross-eyed. They're like, nah.
Here you go. Come on, kid.
He's got 2 hooks for hands.
You got it.
I'm just kidding. These models aren't that. They're actually nice sculpts. It's just...
They're usually not.
Is anybody still excited about Lord of the Rings?
They're usually not. Yeah.
Hey, joking aside, we had a really enthusiastic Lord of the Rings TO reach out about running an event at the LVO 2022. So that's exciting because for all of our joking aside, the Lord of the Rings events that are well run actually do hit triple digits attendance.
Yeah, everything that we hear, the game is actually
super
fun and like really well balanced. So yeah, the Hobbit models though, man.
Whatever. Well, they have to be.
They're rough.
They had to be on a different scale because of as I understand it, they had to be scaled like more of a true scale,
yeah.
And that's why they're smaller, and that's why Smaug is gigantic.
It's such a cool model, though.
Yeah, yeah. Smaug is really cool. I don't know why they said it like that.
Smaug.
Yeah. Tomodachi Express says probably Lord of the Rings will pick up after the Amazon series drops. Yeah,
for sure.
It'll probably get a big bump actually.
Yeah, and actually a lot of the GW employees say that it's the best game that they've made. So
yeah, the rules are supposed to be really, really good, and that's come from like Rob, the Honest Wargamer, said he thought it was a great game, and a lot of other people who are nitty gritty gamers.
Yeah.
And of course, if you're listening to the podcast or watching us on YouTube and you hear us reference people in the chat, if you join us for the live show, which is 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, you can heckle us live. It's pretty fun. And it's always fun to have everybody in the chat. It makes the show a lot more enjoyable. GW also announced a big reveal coming this Saturday, the 21st of November. Be sure to tune into Warhammer TV to see what's going on. The theme is decadence and decay.
They're going to show off all sorts of new models, they said.
It's a story about modern day America. Just kidding.
Oh, sad day.
That was a little too real.
Yeah.
But decadence and decay, I would imagine that's Slanesh and Nurgle, right? Doesn't
I
that seem
so.
like that would be?
Yeah. I mean, they picked the colors, so we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. The Warhammer TV is a lot of fun. If you don't check it out, definitely give it a look. Ooh, Tomodachi Express says it might be Dark Eldar and Death Guard.
Ooh.
Harkins Aquatics says Lord of the Rings was a fun game to play.
There you go.
Cool. James Carmona says his daughter is not allowed to talk to us anymore. That's cruel because your daughter is a cute little baby. GW also announced some new battle forces for 40K and Age of Sigmar. These are really exciting bundles. They save you a lot of money, give you a ton of models. They make awesome holiday gifts. We're hoping we get more than 1 or 2.
Get excited. You get 1 box.
I know, man. A lot of these releases we've been literally, and not just us, all the independent stores have literally been getting 1 or 2. It's and again, I'm not trying to poo-poo on GW. I know that they're having issues keeping up. It's just really frustrating. And hopefully for the battle forces, because they often only come out for the holidays, hopefully we get more. That way everybody gets a chance to actually get one.
Fingers crossed.
We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
So, but keep an eye out for those. They Tomodachi is expressed as saying that he's heard it's allocated to 3.
-3, actually.
-3.
They take 3 away from you.
Oh, yeah, that's mean, bro. So hopefully we get more than that. But take a look at them. They're really exciting bundles. There's Space Marine Necrons, Tyranids, Ogors, all kinds of stuff. They look like great deals.
But it's not the new model. It's the old one. Why wouldn't you put the new guy in there?
The Mega Gargant?
Yeah.
Because he's probably costs almost as much as the whole bundle.
Like, oh, we can't afford to put that in there. Get out of here.
Yeah, Mamdare in the chat says even trying to order direct from GW isn't working very well. Yeah, they're really just having issues keeping up with demand.
Yeah.
Which is good. It's good for the health of the hobby, but it's annoying as gamers. Like, I'm co-owner of a game store, and I've had to like beg people in the community for Deathwing Terminators.
Like, please,
sir. To everybody that did offer me some of their old Deathwing models, thank you so much. Super appreciate it. I'm almost up to a full army now. I really, really, really appreciate it.
One day.
Because we're in the league, and I need to start playing my games, and I'm like, I'm going to be proxying a lot here. But quite a few people offered to send in some Deathwing, and it's, once again, we have an amazing community. People are always willing to help each other out, and that's one of the best things about this hobby. Despite all the kind of douchey stuff that people say online, when the rubber hits the road, people in this community tend to take care of each other.
Yeah.
So,
KR Quinn is saying that he's excited for his FLG swag box.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if anybody missed out on that, make sure to participate in the Gleam. There's new ways to enter every single day for your chance to win a free hobby box.
Bruh, you just jumped like 4 steps ahead in the notes.
That's right. The comment. People get what they want, Reese.
Oh man, now I'm all screwed up. Nothing's gonna be right from here on out. So GW also announced, for those of you who play Aeronautica Imperialis, there's going to be some new aces coming out. So these are upgrades to existing models. Like if you had a Thunderbolt, you can make him the Executioner.
Wow, it's very similar to X-Wing.
Flight Commander Daegor Jarny. That name is straight out of Star Wars, dude.
That's a great name.
Holy cow. Come on.
I hope they create another one. It's Luke Skywalker. You're just like, you guys aren't even trying anymore. Come on.
His name is Duke Skytrotter.
They're like, yeah.
He comes from Dagobah.
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't come from Dagobah. What am I talking about?
Dagobah.
His trainer, his teacher comes from Dagobah.
That would be amazing.
But these upgrade cards give you special abilities and all kinds of fun stuff to customize some of your ships. And there will be 2 for each faction in the game, which currently is Imperial, Orcs, and Tau. And they look really cool.
Yeah.
I like that. I've always liked the ace mechanic in any game that has it. Like when I played Battletech with Solaris 7, for those of you who remember that, you could upgrade your pilot, and then Heavy Gear had the same thing where your pilot leveled up.
Yeah.
I love that. I think it's super fun. It's just a great way to customize and add another level of rules mechanics depth to a game like that.
Yeah.
I wonder if do they do that Titanicus? Does anybody know?
I'm not sure. They'd be smart if they did.
Oh, brother. Lou Rollins coming in with a hot dad joke. Looked in the fridge for lunch and found some ham solo and chewed broccoli. I like it.
Boom.
That's a solid dad joke.
Boom.
I guess a grandpa joke now in your case, Lou, which is exciting.
Yeah.
You do have a grandchild, right, Lou?
He does, yes.
Yes, okay. I was like, I know Rich Kilton just had another one. GW also revealed rules for the new Blood Bowl star player, Zolcath the Zote. I love it.
What a name.
I'm not even going to read the rules because I don't know what any of it means. But for those of you who play Blood Bowl, I'm sure it's exciting. And big news outside of the Warhammer hobby, but in tabletop gaming, very big news, shaking things up a lot. Asmodee North America, which owns both Atomic Mass Games and Fantasy Flight Games, and thus the Star Wars Miniatures license, has taken all rights to Star Wars Miniatures games away from Fantasy Flight Games and given it to Atomic Mass Games. For those of you who are like, who is that? Atomic Mass Games is a new game developer that is owned by Asmodee, made by former Privateer Press game designers, and they make the very popular Marvel Crisis Protocol. This is a big deal. Fantasy Flight Games, like the Star Wars license, was a ton of what they do.
Yeah.
And, not to be judgmental, they've had some ups and downs. There's been some turbulence with the Star Wars games, X-Wing, Star Wars Legion, Imperial Assault. And Fantasy Flight Games has a history of starting games and then dropping them, which upsets. Yeah, which upsets. I mean, that, as a player, as a consumer that's investing into a miniatures game especially, doesn't give you a lot of confidence. So I don't know the why of it. I would imagine that Asmodee made the call because they think that the Atomic Mass Games crew is going to do a better job with it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So to all the people at FFG who have subsequently lost their jobs, which was a lot, that's sad. We wish you success. Hopefully you land on your feet, get another job that you love. And thank you for making a great game. Right? X-Wing and Star Wars Legion are beloved games.
Yeah, they really are.
In Atomic Mass Games, I've heard, I'm actually going to buy into Marvel Crisis Protocol. I'm a big comic book nerd. Marvel was always my favorites as a kid. And now that they've got the X-Men coming out. I'm like, hell yeah. Hopefully they come out with Havoc, who is my favorite of the X characters. And the models are brilliant. I didn't realize they were plastic injection molded plastic models.
Yeah, they're really nice.
I was watching an unboxing video and I was like, holy cow, these models are really, really good.
Yeah.
The only downside is that everyone's gonna have their models painted largely the same. Like,
no, you go crazy. You just go crazy with the colors.
well, I mean, for some of them, like Spider-Man, there's a lot of options.
Yeah.
Like you could paint him in because he has a lot of different costumes. But for like the Punisher, like you're not gonna paint him. I mean,
Pink.
I guess
Paint him pink.
The old Punisher, his costume was more blue. I guess you could do that, and that wasn't because they wanted it blue. That was because the way they made comics back then, like that was just one of the only options that they had.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's my only very minor complaint is that everyone's models are gonna largely look the same, but it looks really cool, dude. I'm gonna get into it. It's a low model count.
Yeah. There's not a lot of customization you can do either. So
No,
it's
like
kind of a
none.
downside.
To my knowledge, there's none.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, whatever, dude. Like the variety will come in the fact that you don't take a lot of models, so then you can have like a lot of different models in your collection, and then just choose the ones you want to use.
Yeah.
If anybody's interested in learning more about Marvel Crisis Protocol, we've been doing a review series on Frontline Gaming. You can go check it out, and we are going to be carrying the line shortly. We just opened up our account with Asmodee, so that we will be able to carry that and Star Wars Legion and all that other fun stuff. So,
Yay.
you know, big shakeup. Big shakeup. Those are probably the second biggest games in the miniature market after, you know, everything Games Workshop does.
Yeah.
So,
Except for Lord of the Rings. They're probably above that.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I would guess Star Wars Legion might be bigger than Lord of the Rings.
Probably.
I honestly don't know, though. That's just a guess. A little off topic, but I'm wondering what you guys' thoughts on the statement from Warhammer community. Talking about Forge World updates for units that are basically going to the Legends. Yeah, it's a bummer. There's a lot of units going to Legends, and this was from Dave Haladish. What I think is going to happen is that in more casual formats like the 40K friendly style format, they're probably going to, I would guess, that they're going to say legend units are welcome, because why not? The objective of those events is to have fun and have beautiful models on the table. But for competitive format and probably for like Crusade formats too, you're probably less likely to see it because their rules are going to eventually become obsolete because they're not getting supported. So it's a bummer.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like the old Doom Rider. He gone.
He's dead. He actually got killed in the lore.
Yeah, who killed him? It was like Khan or something?
It was a White Scars captain. I was like,
What a
oh,
jerk. What a mean
that
man.
was such a good relic from the Hades, man.
I love Doom Rider. He's
Yeah, Doom
awesome.
Rider was great.
His rules were so funny.
It's so funny that he's actually a demon prince.
Yeah.
Like he's not a captain. He was an actual demon prince. He was immortal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know a lot of Forge World units that all of us have in our collection.
Yep.
Got squatted, so that's a bummer. You could probably repurpose them or like counts as them as something else in a lot of cases.
Yeah.
Like Frankie had like what 12 plague toads.
Yeah, I had quite a few.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
sad days. They are now plague drones, which are actually better.
Yeah, like Frankie's. Yeah, I can just sub them in as plague drones, and I don't think most people will have an issue with it.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, it's a bummer, but whatever. You know, it's just that it happens. It just stinks.
Yep.
In not stinky news, the Frontline Gaming Black Friday sale is now live. It's been going since last Friday the 13th.
Ooh.
We have really, really aggressive pricing on all FLG mats and ITC terrain. So now is a great time to pick up any mats that you've had your eye on. Maybe pick up a 44 by 60. The new, 22 by 30? 44?
You nailed it. Keep going.
Yeah,
Keep
I don't
going.
know. What is
Yeah,
it?
44 by 30s.
Yeah. Or maybe grab some new terrain. It's a great time to do that. Again, order early. We always slow down during Black Friday because the volume of orders is just way more than we're used to.
Yeah.
So there will be some delays in shipping. We'll do our best to communicate that clearly with everybody. But get your order in quick and we'll get it out as quickly as we can. And for a lot of people that have been asking, we should be restocked on the 6x4 to 44x60 FLG mat conversion kits.
We're hoping hopefully next week, if not then the following. So
yeah, we put in an emergency restock order because we sold out really quickly. Great way to use all your existing 4x6 mats as 4x6 or 44x60.
Yep.
And in other very exciting news, the Frontline Gaming Secondhand Shop Black Friday sale is going to kick off this Friday, the 21st of November. So if you're listening to the podcast or watching us on YouTube, head on over.
Yeah.
It's going to be extremely, really, really, really good deals. Sometimes fully painted models, sometimes really badly painted models. You never know. You know?
It's all random. And they're all in mystery boxes. Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. They're not. Yeah.
So the pricing on those is already really good. They're already very good deals. And there's going to be an additional discount on everything in the secondhand shop. Yep. And Pablo and the secondhand shop team have been working really hard. There's I think there's almost 1,000 items in there now. So there's going to be a wide selection of cool stuff.
Yep.
And the good stuff goes first. So make sure to jump in there and grab it quick if you are interested. Las Vegas Open 2021 news. Man, 2020 sucks.
It does. So
we are right now green lit to go. But as most of you know, we have a new administration coming into the White House. And they are saying that they're going to institute another 4 to 6 week strict lockdown. And if that happens, that would take place right before the LVO.
Yep.
So it's looking less likely now, which is super annoying. We decided that we're going to wait until the end of this month, at the very, very latest, the first week of December. And we're going to make a call based on the information that we have, so that everybody has time to adjust. As Mamdare said in the chat, foreigners, international attendees can't come anyway.
Yeah.
So for a lot of people, it's already a no-go. I know, Mamdare, what's it without Canadians? It's just not the same. It's just not as nice.
It's better. I mean, it's not as good.
I mean, there is an upside. We won't get any stinky Aussies.
Take that. That's for Jason.
Someone's got to make fun of the Australians now that the banana's not here. So, I would say we're back to a coin toss on if it's going to go or not. It was looking like 90%, but now
it's looking less and less likely.
It's looking less and less likely again. It's so annoying. But for those of you asking in chat, zealous us, no matter what happens, even if we make the call the first week of December, no matter what, the refund policy will be in effect. No one's going to get hosed.
Yeah.
You'll have 3 options for what to do with your ticket. You can apply it to the LVO 2022. You can turn it into store credit in the FLG web cart, or you can get 90% refund.
Yeah.
So no matter what, your money's you can buy a ticket safely with confidence. You're not going to get hosed. It's just so much of this is out of our control right now, so we're just trying to roll with the punches. My heart will go on no matter what.
Who sings that song?
That would be the Beastie Boys. Miley Swift.
Miley
Bieber. I don't know.
Rebecca Black.
The next thing up on the notes was the hobby box, but Frankie already stole the thunder on that one.
Take that.
So the hobby box sold out in a day. Very popular. Really, and again, it's an amazing deal. It's you get almost 3 times as much in MSRP value of what it costs, and it's packed full of swag, cool new products from all different kinds of manufacturers. Some of the individual kits are worth $70 and their whole unit's worth of stuff. I think people are going to be really, really happy with them. But if you missed out, if you didn't get a chance to get one, you can still enter into the contest to get one. We have 4 hobby boxes up for grabs. We also have a Terminator Chaplain Torrentus, themed Space Marine dice, a coveted Catachan Colonel, and an Ultimate hobby box. Those are all going to be given away for free. All you have to do is enter into the Gleam contest. click a lot of buttons basically, and you get entered in chances to win.
Yep, click a lot of buttons and then come back every day. There's new ways to enter every single day. So,
And Frankie, when is the contest? When do we announce winners?
there are 5 days left in the contest.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah, so jump in there. Don't wait. Jump in there and click the buttons, and you get to take a look at all the people that are participating in the hobby box. There's a ton of miniature makers, accessory makers, dice makers.
Yep.
You can check out their cool products. And in the hobby box, there's also really strong discounts so that if you like the product, you can go and support them and buy some cool stuff.
yep.
So yeah, don't fret. If you missed out, you can still have a chance to win.
For free.
Alrighty, so we actually had a couple of 4 GT Plus level events this last weekend, which is nice. Sounds like we're coming to a point where there's not going to be many more for a while.
Yep.
So let's enjoy it while we can. All right, let's take a look at the Warzone Dark Times, which is a fitting name.
The Dark Times.
First place was Damian Owen, and he was playing Adeptus Mechanicus. Frankie, what was going down?
I think he has
this?
a ton of breachers. Scroll down. Yes, he does. He took so many breachers with arc rifles. My gosh.
So that's new. That's interesting. I like that. So we have 3 full units of Catachan breachers with heavy arc rifles and arc claws.
Yep.
That's interesting.
There's a lot of shots, a lot of wounds.
And pretty decent in melee as well.
Yeah, and they just grab objectives and hang out. So it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I like it. I mean, he won GT, so he's got that going for him.
And then you had a big unit of 15 Electro Priests with the gauntlets.
Don't leave home without those guys.
Two good-sized units of Cerberus Raiders and the 2 Archaeopters. That's a really cool list.
Yeah.
That's one of the things, and I've said this a lot, but I'll say it again. One of the things that we're seeing quite a bit in this in this slowly developing 9th edition competitive 40k meta, is that we're seeing a lot of the same armies at the top, but there's a lot of variety in the units being taken. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it always gets annoying when you play very, very similar lists over and over again. So one of the common things we're seeing, though, with AdMech is the Cerberus Raiders are in almost every list I've seen, and Electro Priests are in almost every list.
Yep.
But this one's really cool with a lot of those breachers.
Yeah, I like the breachers.
Very cool. And then I've seen quite a few lists with the Archaeopters as well. So cool list, not mech. This is a ground pounder army with, of course, a couple flyers. I like it.
Yeah.
Very, very cool army.
It's very different.
Second place was Jamie Paris. And this individual was playing...
Good old Space Wolves players that keep taking Robuti Guilliman.
That's a really common combo that we're seeing in Space Wolves with Ultramarines. And the Ultramarines section is like Tigurius and Guilliman.
Yep.
So...
but he had a big unit of Wolf Guard with, I believe, Lightning Claws. Yeah.
Lightning Claw, Storm Shield.
Yep.
So the Space Wolf section is actually a lot smaller than the Ultramarines. It's basically just some melee units. And then with the Ultramarines, we've got the 2 named characters that we're seeing frequently: Apothecary, Honor Guard, and Multi-Melta attack bikes.
Attack bikes are very common right now.
Yeah, well, they're a really good buy.
Yeah.
And then you're seeing suppressors, and then Grav Cannon, Drop Pod Squad.
Yep.
That's a little bit, I would say it's a little bit, I don't want to be mean, like it's kind of cookie cutter, but we're seeing that now 2 weeks in a row where this kind of list is popular and has done really well.
Yeah.
Third place, we have Thomas Byrd, and
another Guilliman.
I think he was only Ultramarines, if I remember correctly. Bobby G, Tigurius, seeing that everywhere. Primaris Chaplain on a bike, seeing that pretty commonly as well.
Victress Guard, always. Devastators. With las cannons, which is interesting.
But then you have the Grav unit, which is probably in a drop pod, I would imagine. No, doesn't look like it. Interesting. So you got a Devastator squad not in a drop pod.
Yep.
I always found the range on the Grav was limiting on that. But then you do have the bike unit with the Multi-Meltas and Hill Blasters. Yep. So this is a different kind of list. It's an infantry shooting army. I like it.
Yeah. I like the foot slogging Marine armies. I think they're cool. Yeah,
and the Devastators now with the extra wound are just so baller, dude.
Pretty strong.
Yeah, and the Vicatrix Guard. Actually, no, that's interesting. Not Honor Guard. This is the Vicatrix Guard, which they're also quite effective. Cool list. Fourth place, we had Andrew Gardenhire playing Sisters of Battle. And Frankie, why don't you take us to this one? Because you know Sisters much better than me.
Yeah, I mean, he has Celestine. You're seeing most Sisters players bringing Celestine. She's super good still.
Who is Junith Urita?
It's a very good question, but she has 2 heavy flamers, so I'm gonna say she's a Penitent Engine, maybe.
Yeah, chat. Who's Junith?
Who is it, Pablo?
Sisters of Battle, the throne thing.
Oh, is it the throne? Okay, there you go.
That shows you how rusty we are.
Take
Ooh,
that,
baby.
I don't see that taken all that often. So, and then he has I believe 3 units of Retributors.
Yeah, 3 full units of Retributors.
Or 2, sorry.
2. Yep.
With multi-meltas, of course.
Yeah.
And then I think he has close combat. Yeah, he has some Celestian squads, Magifier, and the Repentia, which you're seeing in every Sisters list.
Yeah, 2 units of Repentia, Seraphim squad, and then Mortifiers.
Yep.
And then 2 Rhinos, and I would imagine that the Repentia go into Rhinos. So we're starting to see patterns with Sisters of Battle. There's a lot of commonalities here. You're seeing the Retributors, the Sisters Repentia. You're almost always seeing at least 1 unit of Zephyrim. So pretty cool. I like it. There's a mix of mobility, a little bit of mech. I like it. A lot of people are backing away from taking vehicles because of the secondaries.
Yep.
So you're seeing people taking no more than 3 vehicles very frequently.
Yeah.
I'm gonna break that mold with my Dreadnought army.
All vehicles.
I'm like, you want those big game hunter points, bro? You got them.
Come on in.
I'm nice. Just take them.
Just a giver.
All right. We also had the Mid Missouri Maelstrom.
Ooh.
Triple M. I like it. First place, James Kelling, playing Harlequins, and this is a pattern that's really evident. A lot of these Harlequin lists are basically the same, but to be fair, Harlequins only have like 6 different units.
Yeah,
so,
Codex is very thin.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do? I am really happy to see Harlequins doing so well. I think that's great.
Yeah, because before they were not doing very good. But a bunch of players with their fusion pistols, Harlequin blades, which again, I don't know why they're taking Harlequin blades, but apparently they know something that I don't. So they're taking a lot of those. And then I believe they have 2 big jet bike units. Yep.
But then we also have Craftworld Eldar in there. That's a little different. Yep. That's cool.
It's got the Farseer, some Hornets, and some Warwalkers.
3 units of Hornets. That's interesting.
Yeah, I think it's to pop open more vehicles, even though he has a ton of fusion. It's interesting.
Well, you know what? I like it. It's a little bit of a different flavor.
Yeah.
Of Eldar, which is always cool. It's cool to see the variety. And I do like seeing the Warwalkers, the Hornets. The Hornets are really cool Forge World models.
Yeah. And
then, you can never go wrong with a Farseer or Skyrunner. That's just such a good unit. So really fun army. So 4 units of troops, some Skyweavers. Yeah, that's a solid army. Speed, melee, crazy anti-tank.
Yep.
And mobility. I love it. I could easily see how that army like that would win missions.
Yeah.
Nathan Bates got 2nd place playing Necrons. The new Necrons are definitely making a strong showing. They're flexing pretty hard on the meta. We've seen now 3 weeks in a row of them taking top spots. So what do we got going on here? We got the Silent King. A lot of people are taking the Silent King and the Void Dragon, which is great.
So yeah, he's got the Silent King. He's got Cryptek. He's got big block of warriors in there, which is nice. I think he has 3 units of heavy destroyers, I believe. You scroll down.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. Or sorry, 2 units of heavy destroyers. And then Scarabs and a Spider.
Yeah, Pablo is playing Necrons right now. He's building an army, and he's been talking nonstop about how good the Spiders are.
Yeah.
So I think other people are starting to catch on to that too. And I know a lot of our teammates are either going back to or starting Necrons. So there's a lot to like, and they got kind of lukewarm to negative reviews out the gates from a lot of the pundits in the 40K community. But I think that they're getting, as Marco would say, it's in their face, because we've seen now tournament after tournament with Necrons doing well, and they don't have a massive player base, right? So I think that there's definitely some areas where Necrons could get improved. I think they could use more core units. That's kind of a bummer, but obviously they're getting the job done.
Yep.
So I think it's cool. And another tournament we'll look at, there's another Necron army too. We'll see if there's some similarities. There's a funny comment in the chat. Wolf Priest Carl says you can't swipe left on Junith.
There you go.
And she does come into battle on that big floating pulpit thing.
Yep.
So Junior Fleehey, our team captain from Team Zero Comp, just won an RTT. He says in the chat with the Silent King and the Void Dragon. I know Pablo was also considering doing that.
What a cheesy player.
Junior's army is actually really interesting. It's 3 big units of warriors, and then the Silent King, the Void Dragon. He had a couple other support units in there, if I remember correctly. But it's an interesting army. Really cool. All right, third place we had Ben Cherwin playing Adeptus Astartes Black Templars. Haven't seen this yet.
There you go.
So this is exciting. Got the Black Templars up there, getting on the podium.
But don't worry.
What?
I think doesn't G-Man come into this?
You know what?
I think he does.
Don't lift me up just to let me down.
I think he does.
All right. I get enough of that in my dating life.
You got some of those Blade Guard veterans in there? Yeah.
We have Helbrecht, Chaplain on a bike, a bunch of Blade Guard veterans. He has an elite detachment, which is fun. Cenobite Servitors, Apothecary. If you're a Space Marine player, you should always take the Apothecary unless you're playing a mechanized list.
Big Vanguard unit.
Terminator
You're seeing the Lightning Claws with Storm Shields frequently.
Yeah, and then the Terminator Assault Squad, it's Thunderhammer Storm Shields, which are incredibly good.
Yep.
Multi-Milta Attack Bike.
I was wrong.
Yeah, this is just Black Templars.
Dang.
Eradicators and a Whirlwind. That's a cool list.
Yep.
That 3 multi-Milta Attack Bike squad is everywhere.
You don't leave home without it.
I mean, it makes sense. Speed, firepower,
Yeah.
cheap. Yeah, it totally makes sense. And then in 4th place, Dan Salmons playing White Scars, and we've been seeing them quite a bit. Got Khan, Lieutenant, Chaplain on a bike, Assault Intercessors and Cursors, Blade Guard Vets, Company Veterans, 3 units of them in an Apothecary, and then a Vanguard Veteran Squad.
Lightning Claw Storm Shield.
And then Attack Bikes with multi-meltas.
Very common.
I like this list. Super fast, good melee, decent shooting. I think it's a solid list.
Yep.
All right, we had the YHP Labor Day GT.
Ooh.
First place, TJ Lanigan. There's a name we haven't seen in a while, but is usually at the top of the leaderboards.
I like it. He has Magnus.
Yeah, why don't you take us through it?
Yeah, so he's a Change Caster, Lord of Change, big unit of horrors, and then he also has some reinforcement points to bring some of those guys back into blue horrors. He also has Nurglings.
Like 5 units of Nurglings.
Yep. And then he has Ahriman, a Demon Prince of Tzeentch, some Cultists, and the big guy himself, Magnus the Red.
That's a cool list.
Yeah, it's
very
good
different.
list.
We haven't seen any Chaos armies like this on the podiums, so I think that's really cool.
Yeah, I think with all the psychic attacks like the smites and stuff, it'll be a good list versus Space Marines, which are going to have really good saves, especially with all the Storm Shields you're seeing.
Yeah, throwing those mortal wounds out there, Space Marines hate that. Any elite army, Harlequins also hate that. Anything that you can bypass their invul save, and when we're seeing lots of Harlequins and Space Marines and stuff out there, throwing mortal wounds out is going to be a solid play.
Yeah.
Because a lot of Space Marine armies, well, many of them have no psychic ability, period. Some of them are taking Tigurius, which obviously helps, but a lot of them don't have anything.
Yep.
Second place, Stephen Christopher, and another Necron list.
With the Silent King, and I believe he has 3 or 4 Cryptek, or he has 3 Crypteks, and then he has like 3 big blocks of warriors. It's a very interesting list.
4 Crypteks, or 2 Cryptothals, 2 Cryptothals, and a Technomancer. So that's fun.
Yeah.
And then we're seeing a lot of armies with the big units of Necron warriors.
I like it.
And he takes a mix. He has Gauss Flares and a lot of the Gauss Reapers, which a lot of people initially said were bad because of the short range, but we're seeing them all over the place.
Yeah.
Then we have Fast Attack, a bunch of Scarabs, some Wraiths, and a Ghost Ark. Again, we're seeing the Ghost Ark.
There it is.
Dude, I thought the Ghost Ark was garbage. But now this is the second time we're seeing a podium Necron list with at least 1, if not more.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough little transport, but I don't know.
All right, third place, Mate Cesar.
Ooh.
That's a name. I like it. Playing Eldari and Harlequins. Let me see. Harlequins, is it the basic stuff?
He has the Incarn.
Nice.
Which is a nice little change. I think he has 3 jet bike units, though.
So we're seeing the same thing with a lot of troops. What is that?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep.
5 units of troops, all with fusion pistols. The 2 units of Skyweavers. And then really the kind of change of pace is that we have the Incarn in there.
Yeah.
So
That's really the only mix.
Yeah, it's kind of the standard Harlequin army with the Incarn.
And Harlequin blades.
Yeah.
Explain to me. Tell me why.
Enlighten us.
They're probably cheaper.
But the Incarn is a really good melee unit, so I can totally see it. Plus more psychic ability.
Yep.
4th place, Shane Watts playing Sisters of Battle. Let's see if it's another similar kind of list.
Got that Celestine.
And the Triumph of St. Catherine, which we're seeing a lot. This one's a little bit different. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 units of Battle Sisters. Rocking just bolters, huh?
Yep. Just little cheap troops run around.
We have 2 Celestian squads and an Image of Fire, Preacher, 2 units of Rapincha, a couple units of Seraphim, and let me see.
There's the 3 units of Retributors.
The 3 Retributor units with multi-meltas, and then just a single Rhino.
I like it.
So yeah, that's the units you got to plan for. Retributors, jump pack units, and the
Rapincha. Stay away from those guys. They'll do a lot of damage.
And lastly, we have the Clutch City GT.
Woo!
First place, Michael DeHoy is playing Harlequins.
I think he has the Incarn as well.
See, we have the Shadowseer Troopmaster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units of troops, all with the same. He uses the Embrace, the Harlequin's Embrace.
Aha! There it is.
But all fusion pistols.
Yep.
Death Jester, the 3 units of Skyweavers, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Star Weavers. Yeah.
Solid. Very solid list.
You know what the nice thing about this kind of army is that you only have really 3, 4 units rules you have to remember.
Yep. That is the nice thing about Harlequins. And
Yeah.
they're all in transport, so deployment's really easy.
Yeah, your movement. It's like playing a 5th Ed army, really.
Yeah.
Super fast. So yeah, Harlequins. Brian Pullen over at Tabletop Titans said he thought they were going to be one of the armies to beat in this edition. And it looks like it's true so far.
Yep.
2nd place, Clifton Russell playing. Now this was an interesting one. Pure Gene Stealer Colt.
Yeah, he has a ton of Acolyte hybrids.
Yeah.
It's like an 8th edition list. It's interesting. A lot of hand flamers. And he's got those rock saws still.
So this is very, very different. A lot of people totally discounted Gene Stealer Colt 9th edition.
Yeah.
And he has what, 50?
Oh, I don't know. I think he has more than that.
60 Acolytes? Yeah.
There's 2 units of 20, another unit of 20, another unit of 20, so it's 80.
Really, that many?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
80. Oh, there's more.
No, he has like 100 Acolytes.
120, actually.
That is bananas,
Champion.
dude. Holy cow.
Yeah, that's amazing. I love it.
There you go. Gene Stealer Colt players just get a lot of hybrids.
Just a lot of hybrids.
A lot of hybrids. Then he also has a Clamavis, a Locust, and then some Scout Sentinel or some Armored Sentinels to run around and grab objectives.
Yeah.
That is
an interesting
really
list. I like
interesting list.
Yeah.
I have never seen that kind of an army. You use a lot of Acolyte hybrids, but not nearly this many.
No, I use.
So
yeah.
there you go. Good. Congratulations. 3rd place, Colin Coons is playing Adeptus Custodes. And we got a Shield Captain on a bike, 3 units of Custodian Guard, and some Vinatari, the Ares gunship, and the Orion gunship, and Sagittarium Custodians. So
Custodes army is always so small. You're like, and here's my 5 models on the table. Yay.
It's nice though.
Yeah.
You know,
the games are quick.
Tomodachi Express said the Gene Stealer Colt player must have a strong back. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, playing Horde armies can be really challenging.
Yeah.
I'm definitely right now enjoying small armies.
Yep.
So another Custodes player doing well. That's been a theme the entire edition. And you're seeing the Orion dropship in a lot of these lists.
Yeah.
Flying Knight's pretty good, it turns out.
It's not too bad.
All right, 4th place, Jared Gomez playing Ultramarines. And we got Bike Captain, Tigurius, Reaver Lieutenant, Apothecary, some Blade Guard.
Look at that.
And then here it is, baby. A man
Secret
after my own
sauce.
heart. Contemptor Dread, Redemptor Dread, using Plasma, which I find to be really interesting.
Yes.
I've seen a number of Redemptor players using Plasma instead of the Gatling Cannon, and for me, it's like, I think the Gatling Cannon is like an obvious choice. Educate us, why are the Plasma Incinerators more popular right now?
Probably better versus Marines.
But a D6 shots just, it does not make me excited.
It's better versus Marines. Does more damage.
We'll see about that. Suppressor Squad, Incursor, Infiltrator, Intercessor, Tactical Squad, Eradicator Squad ×2, and a Razorback. Razorback is like...
I like it.
He picked random models off his shelf.
Yes.
put them on the table, and he was like, "Let's rock, baby."
He's like, you know what? I haven't played in a while. Here we go.
You know what? Good. Congratulations. That is that's what we like to call a color section of the codex, where they're like, this is an example Ultramarine army, and it's one of every unit. The Devastator Squad has 4 different heavy weapons in it.
Oh man, I don't know if you remember, but we went to a tournament and we won one of those box, like the Battle Force in a box or whatever. And then we were like, all right, next tournament we have to build it exactly the way that it's on the box and play it. You have the captain with the chainsword and the storm bolter. Back in 5th edition.
Like,
it was not
furious.
optimal. It would have been great.
So everyone in the chat saying it kills Marines. Because you can get it up to 3 damage if you overcharge it, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that makes sense. But when you roll that 1 for shots, it's a sad day. Sad day. I'd rather have the 20 shots on the Gallant Cannon.
Yeah, that's fair.
But then you can just take other dreadnoughts to kill Marines specifically. But, you know, that's the way I roll, baby.
Do it.
Badly.
Just all close combat.
Badly.
Just run up there.
I don't think that would be bad, to be honest, dude. Close combat dreads. Dude, the Redemptor does 3 plus D3 damage.
Yeah, he just has to get there.
Yeah, -1 damage, bro. All day.
You ain't gonna kill me.
All day.
You might kill me, but you can't kill 2
There'll
more.
be a Tech Marine running behind him. He's like, I got you, homie. Go, go, go.
Yeah.
All I need is one of them to get there.
That's right. So much damage
4
from
attacks,
one guy.
baby.
And then when he dies, he blows up and does D6 mortal wounds.
That's all part of the strategy.
That's right.
All right. All right, let's take a look at the ITC rankings. And of course, if you like the ITC and you would like to support it, you can do so financially through our Patreon for as little as $1 a month. Check it out. And to all of you that do support the Patreon, thank you. It pays for the server fees.
Yay.
All right. 40K current competitive track top 5. Dan Salmons continues to lead the pack, but it is heating up. Ken Knox is in 2nd. Colin McDade in 3rd. Vic VJ in 4th. Ben Cherwian in 5th.
Get it.
Big shake-up in the 40K hobby track, top 5. Jeremiah Pettit moves into 1st. James Weston into 2nd. Marshall Peterson into 3rd. James Killing into 4th. Dave Danhauser into 5th. People are actually starting to get all their events now.
Yay.
Which is tough to do during the COVID time.
Very tough.
Age of Sigmar current top 5. Matt Beasley in 1st. William Sohaley in 2nd. Jordan Duncan in 3rd. Michael Viganos in 4th. Jarrett Zizweta in 5th. Hobby track for AOS. Russell Tanner in 1st. Adam Kamenish in 2nd. Will Reeves in 3rd. Matt Abbott in 4th. Dan Sanchez in 5th. Underworlds current top 5. Ivan Cho in 1st. Glenn Dean in 2nd. Jonathan Colson in 3rd. Cody Handler in 4th. Mike Melody in 5th. And Kill Team top 5. Rudy Pertu Tataninen in 1st. John Sao in 2nd. Lucas Carone in 3rd. And Hill Alvarez Serrano in 4th. And Carlos Paz in 5th. Nicely done.
Good job.
All right. Hit us with some questions and then we can wrap this
Hit me
bad
with
boy
your best shot.
up.
Gary Gen C is asking about LVO 2021. We talked about it earlier.
We talked about it earlier.
It's a 50-50 shot.
Yeah, it's looking less likely right now because the incoming administration in the United States is saying that they're going to institute an immediate 4 to 6 week strict lockdown, and that would be right during the LVO.
Yeah.
Never mind. Jamba says his wife thinks I look better without the mustache.
There you go.
Thank you.
Should he be worried?
Should you be worried? I don't know, man.
Yes.
How close are you to Vegas?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, the mustache was fun for a while. It was a fun ride, the mustache ride. But now I'm done.
Grew out of it.
Uh,
Any questions? Negative.
More reason to grow the stash, says Big Nasty Nasto. Big Nasty Nasto, I'm friends with you on Facebook now. I appreciate all the cat memes.
Cat memes are strong.
Man after my own heart. So, Frankie, when are we going to get our league game in?
Next week.
All right.
Versus you list tailoring son of a gun.
Yeah, my all Terminator list. Super list tailored.
List tailored. Hardcore.
Frankie, do a barrel roll.
There you go.
How many dreadnoughts is too many? Green ink? No, there is no limit.
Yeah, no limit.
Tell got a heavy squatting from Forge World. What do you think that they will replace them with? Asks Harkins Aquatics. I don't know.
Do we think that they'll replace them? That's the question.
No, I don't think they're going to get replaced. I think it's pretty clear from the latest Imperial Armor supplement that the game designers, they really streamlined everything in Forge World. And I think the intent, obviously, is that Forge World's not supposed to have wackadoodle rules that are way out of alignment with the rest of the game, because that's caused endless problems in the past. It's created some opportunities for fun list building, but it's always been a problem.
Yeah.
And so now that the 40K dev team is writing all the Forge World rules, all the Forge World units are a lot less spicy, put it that way. There's still some gems in there, but a lot of them got toned down. But it was a never-ending source of issues in the game.
Yeah, the rules were just written so different than the actual 40K rules that it was always created problems.
I'm pretty sure that the people writing the Forge World rules, like, it was just like, this sounds cool. Brr. I mean, they always had like grammar errors and like all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
I have no clue, but I'm pretty sure a lot of them was like someone literally just sat down, wrote the rules, and then that was it.
Yeah, it was always hard. Like the codex would be like +1 to hit, and then you'd read the Forge World one. It's like, if you're playing somebody that is using an army like this, you get add 1 to your dice rolls if you're rolling to hit in it's nighttime. You're like, what?
Yeah, there was always
what is going on? Why?
There was a lot of creativity, which was cool, but it caused a lot of issues.
Yeah.
So I'm sad to see a lot of units go to Legends, but I'm happy to get more streamlined rules because it's just gonna be better for the game. When are they gonna fix the Charybdis? I don't know. I would assume that it's not intended to work the way it currently does. But it is a vehicle. It is not a drop pod. A lot of people call it the Chaos drop pod, but it's not. It's a vehicle. It can move around. Maybe the intention is that it doesn't come in and disembark. Like I said, Frankie and I were not super involved with that project, so our insights are shallow at best on that. So I think long term, though, it's going to be better for the game with Forge World having more normal rolls. It's just kind of a shock right now, especially for units that got squatted.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, thank you so much for joining us for episode 711 of Signals from the Frontline. We super appreciate you joining us. Be sure to jump in and grab some Black Friday goodies from us if you wanted to. It's a really good savings right now. And please participate in the Hobby Box giveaway competition. You can win a free Hobby Box and all kinds of other cool prizes. It's free to enter.
Yay.
Thank you for joining us. We hope you have a wonderful week, and we will talk to you again next Wednesday. Cha-cha-cha.